Welcome to WWF Universe Mode, WWE 2K22. Tonight, episode 1. Tonight we have a stacked card. We have a stacked main event and co-main event. The co-main event will contain of Brock Lesnar and Kane, the Big Red Machine versus the Beast Incarnate. Winner will move on into the King of the Ring. So won't all the other matches as well. Besides the main event, will be David versus Goliath, a.k.a. Rey Mysterio, the World Heavyweight Champion, one-on-one with Bobby Lashley in a non-title match. We will see a Queen of the Ring tournament bracket number 1 tonight, and we will see the bracket for the men as well. We don't have a bracket made yet, but we will see who will move on into that bracket as we kick things off with the Pyro. Raw starts now, and of course SmackDown will be the other show that we will focus on later on. But right now we're focusing on the Raw. And that will contain tonight in Arkansas, I believe. Yes, we are in Arkansas. And a packed out, sold out crowd tonight. Getting underway, our first matchup. AJ Styles versus R-Truth. Winner, of course, moves on in the King of the Ring, and that person will move on will be AJ Styles for the men. And for the woman, we will see Liv Morgan move on as she defeats Dakota Kai with Raquel Gonzalez. We also have a tag team match, which Humberto Carrillo and Angel Gaza surprisingly wins that one. Little shocker there. We have Justin Liga versus Cedric Alexander. Winner moves on for the men, and we'll see AJ down the line. Since getting involved, it will be Justin Liga, since The Miz wanted to get involved in that match. So we will see Justin Liga move on to facing AJ Styles. But who will move on after this? Will it be the Beast Incarnate, or will it be Kane, the Devil's favorite demon? We also have an interesting, you could say, very interesting. Paul Heyman is at ringside with Brock Lesnar. We know he's with Roman Reigns. So keep an eye on Paul Heyman. He could be getting involved, because it just seems very odd how he's coming down with the Brock Lesnar. Or there could be more to the story. But we must see that when that time comes. The co-main event. A huge match indeed. We're hoping that Rey and Bobby Lashley can follow with a huge main event. Because right now this is a huge co-main event. And we start by seeing the Beast Incarnate make his way to the ring with Paul Heyman, who you need to keep an eye on due to him being with the Bloodline. It doesn't look like Brock Lesnar is too bothered about maybe Paul Heyman helping Kane or screwing him in this match. Maybe he has a relationship with the Bloodline that nobody really knows about. But Brock Lesnar makes his way down to the ring, nonetheless, with Paul Heyman in the back, who you must keep an eye on. No matter if you have a relationship with the Bloodline or not, you must keep an eye on Paul Heyman at all times. And hopefully that doesn't affect Kane too much in this match, if it affects him at all. Doesn't look like Brock is bothered by Kane, but you got to think once the music for Kane hits, you will be bothered. None of these men should be taking each other lightly. And we start off now with Kane making his way to the ring. Brock seems ready, seems serious, but what is going on in the mind of Brock? Is he ready for Kane? Is Kane ready for the Beast Incarnate? Will the Devil's favorite demon survive the Beast Incarnate, or will the Beast Incarnate survive the Devil's favorite demon? Kane makes his way to the ring. Doesn't seem bothered whatsoever by Brock Lesnar. It's very interesting. These men do not seem bothered by each other. They could be taking each other lightly, but we're hoping they're not, because these guys are big stars, and they faced in the past multiple times. Will this time be different? Will Kane be able to actually get a win over Brock Lesnar for the first time ever? Or will Brock succeed and beat the Devil's favorite demon once again? The Big Red Machine knows what he's doing. He's a veteran. He's a legend. But Brock Lesnar is a future legend as well. So we got two legends realistically going at it. Ref rings the bell. So far off the gate, Brock is coming out with those hands, which we know Brock is good for. Being past UFC, a suplex number 1 given to Kane. We're seeing another one. So far, Brock is just toying with Kane, treating Kane like a rag dog, and just has no care in the world. Throwing him everywhere around the ring, picking him back up. Another suplex. So far, staying in that left side so far. Brock, of course, gets the fans going, showing that he's possibly a babyface in this match, and Kane blocks it with a headbutt. Man, Kane doesn't care. He just wants to get his hands on Brock, and he's gonna go for the pinfall, which is not a smart strategy because that was not even a 1. Not the smartest strategy you can have when you're in the ring with Brock Lesnar. Maybe hit a few finishers first, but Kane with the boot, with a drop kick. Kane just kicking him now. Kane, of course, with the neck cut, which cost him. Brock throws him into the corner. Throws him right into the corner. And then Brock, of course, throws him down. They tie up. Brock Lesnar again throws him to the other side of the ring. These men are fighting everywhere. A suplex. Another one. I believe that's a German suplex that was given to Kane. Now they lock up again. Now they've been to every side of the ring besides the right side of that ring. They haven't been. And he throws Kane again, but this time to the other side of the ring. Brock now being the one to taunt. Can that cost him like it costed Kane? Nope. The right hands, Kane's blocking him, but you can only imagine that Kane is blocking so many of those right hands. There's so many you could block. So many you could block. Brock is a fast striker. And we're going to see an F5. Kane gets out of it with the elbows. Elbows. Stiff elbows. I think they're shooting in this fight. They took him out. He's going after the leg. Could be a smart strategy, but also could be wasting a lot of valuable time. That's the part where you want to go at. You want to make sure Brock can't grab you, because either Brock has no legs or not, he can still defeat you. German suplex number 1. German suplex number 2. We're going to see a third one. A third one. Right on the head of Kane. Brock dragging him pretty quickly across the ring, and Brock Lesnar gets that first pinfall for himself. 1, 2, and 3, and Brock Lesnar moves on to the King of the Ring tournament. I feel bad for whoever is next in the wake of the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. It's not going to be a pretty sight. At least AJ and Justin Liger are safe this week, but will they be safe next week for the Beast Incarnate? Or the next weeks after that when they move on? Brock could be the first King of the Ring in this WWF era. Definitely is going to be very interesting. He is a former King of the Ring, so he could add a second one to that. AJ, of course, could add it first, and Justin Liger could add it first as well. Lots of firsts. And then, of course, the main event. Rey Mysterio versus the almighty Bobby Lashley. Of course, Cedric already had a match, so it looks like it would just be Shelton and MVP at ringside, which maybe Rey was preparing for 4 people, so maybe it makes it a little easier preparing for 3 people, but Bobby Lashley at least stands for 6 people, maybe at least. So, I mean, this is like 10-on-1 in this situation when you got the almighty Bobby Lashley. And, of course, you got MVP, the mastermind behind it, and Cedric and Shelton Benjamin, doing the cleanup work if necessarily, which doesn't seem to always be necessarily with the almighty Bobby Lashley. He usually doesn't need anyone to clean up his work. We head into the main event, David versus Goliath. Rey Mysterio patiently waits for Bobby Lashley's arrival. Bobby Lashley jumps the barricade, goes straight to the back, and just takes him out. And the referee doing all he can to sort of pull Bobby Lashley away, even though Bobby Lashley pulled himself away. Does that affect Rey Mysterio's ability? Nope, I guess not. Rey Mysterio so far out of the gate dominating when Bobby Lashley first dominated already in the match, but that was before the match. So officially, Rey Mysterio is dominating. Right now in the corner, gonna take him down. That seemed very effective to Bobby Lashley. It definitely knocked some sense into him. Or starstruck him, should I say. Rey Mysterio off the rope. You got a luchador versus a grounded wrestler. Rey can do as much as he wants. A count of one. At least he got a 1 count. But Rey can do anything he wants in the sky. Stuff that Bobby Lashley can't do. And Bobby Lashley can do stuff that, of course, Rey Mysterio can't do in this match. Throws him into the ropes. Outside the ring, Rey Mysterio follows. Interesting strategy for Rey Mysterio. Taunting towards the crowd, it screwed him. And he's going for the kicks. Kick to the guts. Rey Mysterio throws him across to the barricade. Bobby Lashley, though, you gotta imagine what's going through his head right now. Is he embarrassed getting... Oh, takes his head off. Kicks. Now they grapple back up. Almighty showing his strength, his power that maybe Rey Mysterio can't do in this match due to the size and the weight of Bobby Lashley. Almighty just takes his knee to the head. Again, showing his raw power, showing that he deserves to be the world champion, that Rey Mysterio shouldn't have been given possibly the world title for free, or be the champion for free. Rey Mysterio going to the other side, gets in the ring. Almighty, though, again, grappling him up into the corner. Again, throws him across the ring, treating him like a rag dog, sort of like Brock did with Kane, but more effective. The Almighty grapples again. Suplex here. Oh, gonna toy with him a little bit. You gotta toy with Mysterio a little bit before you give him that hard suplex to the mat. And Bobby's going for his first pin, so a 1 count. Both of them surprisingly getting 1 counts on each other. Bobby Lashley going to the top. Maybe I was wrong. Bobby can do stuff that Rey can possibly do too. Wanting Rey to get up. What's he setting up here for? A shoulder tackle off the top rope. Could have ended very badly for Bobby Lashley. But Bobby Lashley, luckily, he thinks this stuff out. Of course, he's toying with him on the mat. They're going old school wrestling on the mat. Picks Rey Mysterio up. Rey Mysterio to the gut again. The kicks. The kicks have been working really well here. And we're going to see Rey Mysterio dialing it up for 619. 619. Rey Mysterio so far dominating now again. Or like early on in the match. And a rope break. Maybe it wasn't the smartest pin strategy from Rey. But Rey just dialed up the 619, obviously. Throws him to the corner. And what's Rey doing? What's Rey doing? Rey sets him up for a splash. Is that enough? 1, 2, 3, and Mysterio gets his win. First win here in WWF over the almighty Bobby Lashley. Holy crap, that was a fantastic match. But this rival isn't over. This rival just begun. Hopefully it can end at King of the Ring. Maybe it will last longer. But Bobby Lashley has to go back to the drawing board if he wants to beat Rey Mysterio. So please like this video, leave a comment, subscribe for more, and we'll see you in the next episode of WWF Universe Mode.